Hey guys, it's evening time. It's just starting to cool off and I am going to be harvesting my garlic. Honestly, I probably should have done this maybe about a week ago because they're getting pretty brown and crunchy, but I just haven't felt like it because it's been so hot. Today is the day though. I am finally going to harvest these and I'm going to do it a little different than last year because I have more types than I did last year. And I want to keep them separate for replanting in the fall. So what I've done is I've cut some twine for each type and then I've labeled it. So this one is Georgian Crystal. It has the number of row that it's in. So these are row number 1. I know is Georgian Crystal without needing to bring out my gardening book and get it all dirty. So then what I'm going to do is I'm going to harvest this entire row, line them all up, so that I can look at all of the cloves and bulbs together and figure out which ones are the biggest and the best. And then I will pick a few from each variety that are the best, and they will get tied on with the labels for planting again in the fall. And then the rest are just going to get placed in my harvest basket that I have out of frame because for eating I really don't mind the different types. They can all get mixed together in one big basket, but for replanting in the fall I want to have some separated with the labels. So that is how I'm doing it this year. I'm hoping that none of these are split, but especially some of the smaller ones that I've seen that are brown like the whole way, some of these they may have split open, which is okay. I'm just gonna have to eat them quicker and wash dirt off of the inside. But I'm excited for this year's harvest. I planted almost 200 cloves of garlic last year, and I'm pretty sure almost every one came up. I have harvested a few already, but for the most part, everything is out here that was planted last October. Let's go dig it up. Alright, so here we have the different types assorted with their labels. If you're curious about what types I planted, go back and watch my fall 2020 garlic planting video. It talks about the different types and how I set them up. I kind of had staked rows, and some rows were marked with pink ribbons and some were just no markings. So that was how I differentiated between the rows, because some of the rows of garlic had 2 rows or one of them even had 3 rows for that particular type. And I have a beautiful harvest. I did definitely lose a few pieces in there. Some of them were smaller, but that's okay. I'm going to be weeding that bed really well, so I might find the few ones that I lost. Otherwise, it's going to be planted with carrots for the fall, and the garlic that's left in there would just grow, and I would have garlic next summer from it, which is how I pulled carrots out of, or not carrots, that's how I pulled garlic out of the bed that has onions in it right now. That was a garlic bed last year, and I missed a few, and now I've had garlic out of them. So it all works out in the end. I'm hoping to perfect my system a little bit more this fall when I plant. I'm going to use some long boards to try and make sure my rows are perfectly straight and spaced out a little better. And I'm going to try and stay on top of weeding it better. I did great last year. This year I ran out of mulch, so I kept having to weed it and weed it and weed it, and I just got sick of it. And then it got a little crazy. So I really need to make sure I have enough mulch to keep them properly weed free again this next year. But now it is time for me to go eat dinner and feed the ponies who have been watching and waiting for their dinner. Everyone else is eating, and I'm out here playing in the garden as usual. Thanks for watching, guys.